thank you for joining me. My name is Emily Bedoya and I'm a student here at Loma Linda University. San Bernardino is located in the Inland Empire and they do have their needs. So in 2020, the county created their community health status data report and top 5 health issues were identified. Number 1 was mental health, 2 was obesity, 3 was smoking and vaping, 4 was poor nutrition and diet, and 5 was low physical activity. However, this does not define the county. There are also a lot of assets in this area. A big one is resiliency among community members and residents. And another thing is that they have a large involvement of community partnerships. And throughout this whole time, there are a lot of efforts made in order to improve the area. One of the current issues right now are the vacant lots in EastPoint neighborhood. We as a team have developed long and short-term goals to address this problem. The long-term goal is to create an environment where it's eco-friendly and yet at low cost can boost the ecotherapy of the residents. For example, these flowers located here is what I want to get you to visualize in replacement of the vacancy of those lots. So long term, this is low cost, it's feasible, and these plants are native to the area, so they will be drought tolerant, and they will come back year after year. It is going to address the mental health issues by providing ecotherapy. A short-term goal is to remove all the garbage and dumping and litter in the vacant lot. And as a result, we're gonna have a decrease in criminal activity and also a decrease in safety hazards. I will now introduce you to my colleague, Princess, who will discuss the process objectives of implementing these goals.
Thanks, Emily. I am Princess Cervantes, and I'm also a student at the Loma Linda University School of Public Health. And since Emily already outlined the goals for us, we're going to talk about the process objectives that are going to help us achieve these goals. Now, before we undertake any program, we have to make preparations. And this program has 2 phases, and so we're going to have 2 different stages of process objectives. So the first part of the program is to clean up the lots, and the second phase is to restore the land to increase biodiversity. The first thing that we need to do is inform the community of the program that's happening, recruit volunteers, and then once everyone has signed up, once everyone has shown willingness, once we've created a community of people who care about this issue, we can then organize them into groups and assign them to specific vacant lots that are located in the EastPoint community, specifically on Sunrise Lane and East 19th Street. It is important that we reach out not only to partner organizations, but also community members, community residents, students from nearby institutions, such as here at Loma Linda, so that we can involve as many people as possible to involve the community to foster engagement and to make sure that this program is sustainable in the long run. So after we've cleaned up the lots, the second phase of the program is to restore the land and increase biodiversity. First, what we want to do is to contact nonprofits that are already engaging in activities like this, such as the California group that deals with native flowers that grows in the area. We want to learn from their expertise. We want to know which tactics and which practices work best so that this program is time efficient and cost effective as well. And then we're going to scout for suppliers that are going to supply the materials at the best price that we can get them so that we don't accumulate unnecessary costs and excess materials. And then we're going to do the same round of procedures that we did earlier. We're going to gather volunteers, we're going to organize them, we're going to assign them to their specific lots so that everyone has a sense of ownership and to minimize confusion within the organization. This is also important to stay on top of the tasks and to stay organized. Now we have Nate to explain more about the impact objectives.
Hi, My name is Nathan Arus, and I am a student at Loma Linda University. So, for our impact objectives, for our first impact objective, we aim to, at the start of the program, evaluate the current conditions of the vacant lots in the EastPoint community between Sunrise Street and East 19th Street. By doing so, we aim to determine the quality of the vacant lots, as well as to evaluate which vacant lots in the community need the most attention to allocate our resources to. Our second objective is, after this evaluation, we will have these partners, residents, and organizations initiate a cleanup on these vacant lots, focusing on those that are in need of the most care. And by doing so, this will initiate the program to remove trash in the EastPoint community, as well as give people a goal in order to see what they are working towards. Our third objective is, by the end of the program, we aim to have at least 5 out of the 6 vacant lots in the EastPoint community cleaned up between Sunrise Street and East 19th Street. Again, this acts as another objective in order to give the people working in our program a goal to work towards at the end. Finally, by the end of the program, all the residents of the EastPoint community that are enrolled with the program should know the benefits of community care and environmental awareness. This is the main value that we aim to hammer into the EastPoint community in order to improve their quality of life and conditions of the community. Thank you. Caesar will now be talking about the other objectives.
Hi, hello. My name is Caesar Salaya, and I am also a student at the Public Health School at Loma Linda University. So just like my teammates have talked about before, we are looking into this community called the EastPoint Community in San Bernardino, and we have been looking at several outcomes and goals in order to establish programs for this type of audience. I'm going to talk about outcome objectives for the program. So the first one that I want to talk about, the first outcome objective is the outcome that after a year that the program has ended, I would like to talk about that we are going to measure data from the people, the residents in the area, to be able to see a difference between the baseline data and the data that we collect after the year, to see if they have kept the patterns of cleaning up their community, picking up all the trash, and just living in a much cleaner environment and safer for them. The other outcome that we want to study after a year that the program has ended is the outcome objective of looking at the happiness levels of the people in this community as well. The plan for us is to take baseline data at the beginning of the program to see their happiness levels. This is going to give us a good idea on how the people feel about the community currently. And after the year after the program has ended, we want to take measures again in order to evaluate the happiness levels from the people. This will give us a level that we're going to be able to quantify in order to see if our program has been successful or not. By looking at the happiness levels, we're going to be able to see that a program has been effective after a year, and the people are also going to be much safer and mentally better. As well as my other teammates have talked about before, the flowers that they're going to plant in the community are also going to help them be feeling safer and in a mentally better place. This has been a little project that we worked on for the EastPoint community, and thank you very much.